Dear Aries friends, I was just thinking about how much respect I have for the fellow tarot readers. I'm new to offering the tarot service, and you know, it's legit. there's a lot of giving, and so I just want to send a big shout out to all the other tarot readers out there in the world. Thank you so much for doing what you do. And I only hope that I can offer a similar benevolent service to those of you who find this channel. These are intuitive readings. I'm an intuitive, highly sensitive empath, and I've been on a guided path since I was about 19 years old. I started All to Love 6.5 years ago, and here we are today. There's a lot of content on this channel. It's all coming from a place of unconditional love, healing, a very earnest desire to see a more loving and compassionate planet Earth. So let's crack on with the reading, and we're going to ask for the most divine guidance for all the Aries who find themselves here, here now. The divine guidance for the collective of Aries, for this All to Love community. The highest guidance, the most divine guidance for Aries. What's going on, Aries? I'm an Aries sun, in case you're wondering. So I do resonate with the Aries collective. Like, so overall right now I'm getting that there's this like not sure where you're headed. You're attempting to kind of come out of a you know, the Eight of Swords when it's reversed, or Eight of Swords is blindfolded and thinking you're in this prison, and you're not in this prison. It's in reverse. So I feel you're taking the blindfolds off. You're moving yourself along. You're moving yourself forward, but you're a little like like you're not sure. You're not sure what you're doing. You don't feel quite anchored in your true self yet. This Empress energy, it's like, it's in reverse as well. I'm gonna get more cards first. So, with these cards, it looks like some of you have had a bit of a blow. Oh, hello! Hello, hello, hello there, Divine Sight. Welcome to this channel. Something has happened in your life that has caused an imbalance, and you're having to find inner strength to anchor in some new foundations. You're not quite seeing the opportunities. Yeah, the Tower is there. Some major arcana. There's a major shift happening in your life. Boy, oh boy, it's all reversals. This, okay, and then I'm getting this sense of like you walking around in the dark with your eyes closed, like looking around for which direction to go in. This Justice card, it feels like something happened, it didn't go in your favor, and you feel out of balance, and you're really wanting to put some new foundations down. It's just not happening yet. It's almost like you're waiting for another Tower moment in hearing. You're waiting. It's like there's these opportunities. You don't want to move in any of the directions yet. Ooh. Ooh. the strength card is really jumping out at me right now, like having the strength to navigate the energies. Now, okay, what I'm hearing is if you keep expecting a tower moment to happen, you're never going to be fulfilled. It's like the paradox of if you're just always focusing on the tower, focusing on the past, focusing on being stuck, focusing on not having any opportunities being handed to you, then you're never going to be fulfilled. You can't find fulfillment if you're just only focusing on tower moments, or focusing on work never paying off, or focusing on people coming into your life and then leaving. Kind of harsh energy. Let's look for a little hope, would we? Let's find a little hope here. Hey Mary, hope all's well. Just coming in. Hi there, ho there. Nice to see ya. You know, I'm not sure sometimes. It's funny with these intuitive reads. I've had some people mention that sort of thing, and I gotta say, personally, as a reader, I stay really detached. I do personal readings for myself around situations, as in when I'm like looking for insight, you could say. But with these general readings, I remain quite detached. Yeah. And then I don't tend to look over them either. I don't tend to go back over them. Because I go to other channels for readings. I feel like it's almost like I want to keep my personal story out of the general, as it were. Although it does happen sometimes that there's through lines for all of us in a kind of soul grouping or a collective of energy or a community, that a lot of the readings cross over. Like some of you guys would be like, whoa, that reading resonates and it's not my sign. And I find that as well. It's just the channels that we stumble across. Sometimes it's more to do with the actual message, right? Yeah, there is a resonance as well. Okay, let's just get a few more cards. Oh, hello, Devil. Hi, Devil. Yes, that's true, Mary Jane. Usually we'll offer that to people when they say it, to check their birth chart or do their natal chart so that they can see where certain signs are placed in their, yeah, like what you just said, basically. A few more cards. Okie dokie. So yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. You're putting down your defenses. There is going to be a tidal turn, as it were. So the devil energy is sort of relevant to what I was just saying about these cards, as far as like staying in the mental and or emotional grip of tower moment, of things not going your way, of justice. This could be an actual legal thing that didn't work out in your favor. You're not feeling empowered right now. There's this sort of feeling, like this real deep yearning for a solid foundation, but it doesn't, none of it feels like it's actually coming in. It's like, again, you're projecting out this tower moment, which I feel has probably happened in a cycle, in a possible repetitive cycle, which has deflated your sense of emotional fulfillment. And fair enough, it's warranted. I feel like you've probably been working hard, waiting for certain things to come in, and you're feeling still out of balance. And this little, I want to, pardon my French, but I'm wanting to say this little dicky page of swords is not really aligned. And I do feel like that's an external energy that you could probably do with cutting out. Somehow, for some reason, I feel this Page of Swords reverse is connected to the devil energy. Something to do with your past as well. And the Justice card potentially has to do with a loss of finances. So it might have been maybe a divorce, or maybe just some kind of legal battle, something happening, and you've lost your sense of material wealth, or genuinely lost some money in this case, in this Justice card. So, and this is relevant, you're holding on quite close. You're keeping you're keeping everything close to your chest. You're keeping your awareness, I'm hearing. You're keeping your awareness to yourself. Weird. Okay, so I feel like part of the devil energy is like an addiction to money, or an obsession about having lots of money. And it's not serving you in the context of this reading. More clarity, please. Yeah, and it's again to do with people coming in and out and in and out. People without the best of intentions. Starting to resonate a little bit now. Yeah, quite a few people coming in trying to take from you. And that's part of this Four of, now that you've lost a bunch of stuff, maybe you've lost some battles, you've been through it like more than once, like over and over and over again. And you're really looking to dropping your defenses. You're really looking to clear out this energy, and it is available for you to clear it out. You know, there is some promise here, certainly with finding the strength to persist, or the strength to carry on. It's like you've been deflated. You've been deflated, and you're almost obsessing over the past Tower moments. Okay. Thank goodness. Hey, Mike. How's it going, my friend? You guys are awesome. I love how you all support one another. Okay, so here's some good stuff coming in, right? So the cards are really asking you, find the inner strength to embody the Fool. Again, you guys know we are the Fool. Which is sometimes legit awesome, and other times it seems to lead us into like just these perpetual cycles of abuse, or perpetual cycles of Tower moments. And there is this sense of like, you've been through it so much now that you're just like, hit. Like you're holding your pentacles close to your chest. And maybe this is a big cycle of review. Maybe you're in this energy of like just looking over everything quite diligently, quite practically, quite holding everything. Like, I really can't go through this again. I really can't have these Tower moments keep happening. I can't just keep working without seeing any reward ever, right? and the cards are saying it's, oh gosh, it's kind of scary, isn't it? But you are contained in divine love. You are in a sort of gestation period. You are in a rebirth cycle, and around this new world is a King of Cups. So there is an energy that wants to offer you emotional support, maybe love, maybe it could be. I often obviously see the cups as like emotional, and so they're kind of related to loving connection and loving fulfillment. So this World card, it's like when you can drop your defenses fully, embrace that this is a brand new cycle beginning, which means we don't take any of the past bullshit with us. We let go of the devil energy. We let go of the Tower. So what? We all go through the Tower moments, right? And then embodying the Fool will help you recognize this new beginning, this rebirth. This is very much a birth card to me. As in like, you can't, see how it's all closed? That she's completely enclosed in this wreath, which means none of this stuff from the old energy, it can get into her anymore. It's like you're being bathed and washed clean from all of this past energy of failure, basically. Of failure and toxicity and pain and not getting your reward. And just always having to find this strength, and I feel like you're just exhausted. You've had enough. You can't do any of it anymore. You just sat there with your pinnacle, your last few pinnacles close to your heart, like, what am I back to do? And then it's like, chill, Winston. Find the strength from within, not a forced strength of like gripping on to your pentacles, but if anything, I'd say stop focusing on the pentacles altogether and just be in your little cocoon space for a little bit until you get a little bit of jazzy, fresh vibration that you can embody the Fool. As you embody the Fool, you're gonna start to feel, sense, or see new energies coming in. Cup energy, emotional fulfillment, greater balance, greater support. Thank God for that. Okay, so this is I. You've been through it. You've had like quite a few of these different energies try to control you, try to mess with you. Again, I'm getting 3, so it's potentially 1, 2, 3 of these tower moments, these hooks, these people coming in, messing you about and coming out, messing you about, coming out, and you're just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Fuck off, y'all. Like, hold on to your pentacles. Hold on tight. But don't, because you're actually rising out of the illusion of life. Hence, maybe why you've had so many of these rebirth cycles, so many of these transformational cycles, because you are actually on a like a spiritual path that's helping you move away from compromise. You know, that's a big thing nowadays, and it's in A Course in Miracles. In A Course in Miracles, you never compromise the self. You never compromise the true self, no matter. Especially like old paradigm, people are like, sometimes you just have to compromise. I'm like, not in your divinity. Because if everyone's in their divinity, nobody's compromised, right? It's only when we're in our like lower self that everything's a compromise, right? So we've outworked the knots of that old energy. And now you're coming into this loving union, this balance, this beyond the illusion. So as far as dropping your defenses, it's advising you to go within. Spend some time in meditation rather than gripping and holding on to your pentacles. Go within. Focus not on the external world. Woo! This is my favorite card in the whole entire deck. I just basically want to be this guy. Like, I just want to sit in my magic carpet and be stoned all day. But like, have infinite abundant flow for everybody. Oh, you know, just a magic man. Ultimately very cool and very badass, a little bit like a genie that grants spells onto people and like gives them all. That's the tattoo, exactly. It's one of us. Yeah, one of us. Basically, if you guys aren't aware, one of this All to Love community got this badass Moflo tattoo on his arm, I think, yeah. And yeah, there it is. Oh, thank God for that, right? Okay, so abundance is yours. I'm going to put this abundance card right beside the King of Cups because it could actually be somebody coming into your reality. Once you go within, you love yourself to the maximum, let go. And this could have been happening over the last few months, years, life, whatever, but you've been in this review, certainly these last intensive few weeks and months with different retrogrades or whatever. It's like you've been in review. You've been, actually, maybe this is it as well. You've been going over some of your attachments and addictions and underlying insidious projections around all of these failed romances and these toxic relationships. So you've been in review. It's been really challenging. You've been working your arse off with no fucking reward. You've had people kind of just like coming in like, yeah, and they're just not at all aligned with the truth of who you are. I feel like you've almost lost faith in true love, right? Yeah, the retrogrades are for sure the stepping stones. I see that now very much more clearly. Like we're all, like, because we're always cycling around, especially the retrogrades are allowing us to go over once again, dig out some more density, false projections, yada yada. And then each, as we move forward, we're moving. And this is very much, in my intuition, like an accelerated, now we're going to start to see exponential growth, accelerated expansion. For those that have been doing the work for some time, okay? By work, I mean the inner work of transformation, new paradigm projection, paradigm shift, right? So this is the people aligning with the hot love vibrashe, infinite abundance for all, right? Ending suffering on this planet. Certainly the suffering that sort of aligns with divide and conquer tactic and control and domination. So hence, you know, having these cycles where we're outworking all of those densities, now we are beginning to finally really feel and sense that we're in a brand new world. The world. We're in a brand new world now, which could signify the new paradigm, that we're actually in it. And then we're like, I'm a fool again. Thank God for that. Because again, Aries, my sisters and my brothers, you guys know that as much as we can dig in and do all this deep inner work stuff, they were just happiest here. Like gallivanting off into new beginnings and new adventures. Like that's legit where we want to be. So that's where you're headed, into this Fool energy. Once you've done all this tuning in, inner work, letting go, shedding all the past, dropping the compromise, none of that no more, my friends. You deserve the best. You deserve this King of Cups. Legit awesome. This King of Cups with the abundance, yo. Like who doesn't want that? I'm hearing like a true love, like somebody who can go the distance with you. Awesome. And then you have this card as well, the Master. Okay, and that makes sense. So if you've been through like 3, if I'm getting the 3 anyway, transformational cycles in your life, i.e. 3 failed relationships, or yeah, just back to that kind of hits of hard times, that it's all been about your own mastery. Thanks, life. You know, but there again, it's like when it comes to all this paradigm shift energy stuff, it's like those intending to master their energy, it's for the collective. You know, this has been your own life purpose, coming into full mastery of self, so that you can create this and be a proud, beautiful example of what comes out of all this inner hardcore transformational work, right? So this king wants to offer you mega love abundance, and then you guys can go skip off into the sunset with your merry children, having a rainbow of love and fulfillment. That's what it feels like, though. Like, how freaking sweet is that? Thank God. Jeez. Yeah. Like, after the intensity of life, it's about freaking time, isn't it, my lovers? This could be somebody from your past. This could be a cycle with somebody that's come back around, but this time it's for real. Because you've moved beyond the illusion. You're no longer entrapped in these attachment cycles or false projections, false hope. Basically where you're externalizing your power. Now you're anchored in your power, obviously, because you've got this because you've got this Master card. And oh God, divine sight. I'm just laughing because of frolicking through them. Juicy. A long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo. If you guys have never seen a movie called Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, it's really coming through right now. I have Asperger too. I joke about it quite a bit, actually, when I joke about like my random sleeping hours, and I'm like, wake up at the crack of noon. Juicy. And then the words juicy come out of his mouth, and he's like, oh, I think I'm tripping on mushrooms right now. So you guys, so here's the legit thing. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99.9% sure I'm going to be coming to the United States later this year, like end of October, after Morocco, basically. And yeah, coming to Dallas to do some yoga, hot love vibrashe. So if you guys are in the United States and want to come hang out with me and a few other badass divine creators, then get in touch. Come to Dallas for what is life? Oh yeah, I'm a fool, of course. That's what life is. I need to probably end. Here's me. This is me, you guys. 5 days clean, no marijuana. Is it 5? It's at least 5, if not 6 or 7. This is the for quite a few years. Actually, that's a lie. Yes, states. So Dallas is one hit. Maine is another one. Is that Maine? Maine is a place or a state? I don't know. Massachusetts, I feel like that's a state, but Maine is on the East Coast, possibly Florida, and down in Dallas, I'll be based there for like a little chunk of time. And then back and forth. I might head out to the west as well to go to Portland and Seattle. There's friends there as well. It's so hard. Well, I think it is and it isn't. When it's time. And so just trust it, right? Just trust that it will leave your field when it's time to. It's only been a very earnest intention for me to find a healthier way to work with it, which is why I need a clean break, and I'm exposing it to the world so that I hold myself accountable. Because I don't want to like say never. I'm definitely not saying never. I've already been joking about like watching Tenacious D and like having some edibles, but like my thing is like I don't want to get stoned by myself anymore, because I realize that like part of this path has been like she's been my best friend. And I rather have human friends now, because I'm meeting people who actually understand what I'm talking about and don't want to use me and manipulate me. So I'm like, yes, 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 it's so fun. Oh yeah, guys, we're doing a reading, by the way. Let's get one more card for the Aries Collective. Let's get out of the mindscape, you guys. Let's get out of the mindscape. So that's ultimately about like releasing it, letting go of the past. Let's get out of our minds, come into the heart, be the fool again. You're free. You get to be in love with life, expecting good shit to come in that's actually going to lead you to the happy ever after going through major overhaul, major transformational cycles. You've been doing the work. There's no doubt about that. It's all been divinely guided to bring you into a place of mastery. Stop focusing on the past now. You've got to let it go. You got to let it go now. It's time. It's over. It's over. It is well and truly over. It feels like this tower happened some time ago. It's been over. You've been going review, looking over all this bullshit, all the bullshit that you've been through, and you're finally cutting it out. You're finally cutting out that devil energy. You're laying down your defenses. You're not even gonna defend yourself anymore. I feel like you're actually just walking away. Any energy, any people, places, or things that you even think that you have to defend yourself from, you're just gonna walk away from that. You're gonna ride that wheel of fortune right into your new beginning. Embody the Fool. Trust you're divinely protected. You're divinely guided, because you're now a completely new soul, a body, a completely new body that is totally at one with her soul. You found the strength. This is yours, baby. This is yours. You guys, I hope that was useful too. I love it when you guys show up here and we just have a bit of a giggle. A bit of a giggle. I'm trying to think of some more Tenacious D songs. I always just think of that one because it's like the first song, isn't it? Lo, there was a black sheep and he knew just what to do. I need to watch that movie again, but I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna wait until I get to Dallas, I think. And then that will be me cracking the code of love. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm a little bit delirious if I'm honest. It's been a cool day. A really cool day, and it's really windy here, and especially because like it's all very aligned and symbolic. I've ended up being guided to this place called Sagres in Portugal, which is actually called the end of the world. People call it the end of the world. And from where all this stuff we've been talking about, clearly like this is just so related to me, but like all this stuff, it's like this place is like new paradigm. Like the energy of all the people, they just get new paradigm energy. They are that. Like people that come to the end of the world are new paradigmers. And then that's anchoring in the new paradigm energy for the whole world. We made it, guys. Well done us. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for following the call to love. And let's just keep on loving, okay? A name no with no number. I know, right? It's all like, it's all just new. Lots of love, you guys. I'm probably going to get at least one more reading in, the Taurus reading. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I might just fall asleep as well. We'll see what happens. Have a great day. Peace out, you guys.